Welcome back creators. In video 1, we learned how to generate amazing images using 6 prompt styles with Nano Banana. Today we are leveling up. We are going on with image editing using Gemini. And here is the best part. We are following Google's own official template word for word, so you can replicate this perfectly every single time. In the Google instructional document, prompt for editing images, under adding and removing elements, here is the prompt template. Using the provided image of subject, please add, remove, modify element. Ensure the change is description of how it integrates. Section 1. Object replacement. Let's start with object replacement. Here's Google's template again. Notice how we describe the original image, the change, and how the change should blend in naturally. Here is our base image, a cozy living room. Drag and drop the image to edit. Now here is our edit prompt following the template. Using the provided image of a cozy living room, please replace the plain wooden coffee table with a modern glass coffee table. Ensure the new table reflects the same lighting and shadows and feels naturally placed in the room. Notice how it matches Google's format but swaps in our subject and desired change. This is the key to making your edits looks realistic. From where to get these images for editing practices? Now for the above, I used an already available image. As mentioned, I have shared these images in the Google Drive. On top of all, for you to practice, you can generate your own images too. For image generations, you can use Leonardo AI, Ideogram, Google Image Effects, Google Whisk or Nano Banana itself. Now I am going to show you how to use Nano Banana itself to generate the base image and then edit it. You can find base prompts here in the Google Doc share. I'm going to use the Nano Banana application in Google AI Studio for this. Copy the prompt, go to Nano Banana, paste it and hit generate. After generating, right click and copy the image. Now paste it. Now copy the editing prompt, paste and submit it. See, now you can practice it on Nano Banana itself. Section 2. Change in backgrounds. Next, let's try adding elements. Here is our base image, a bottle of water, and we are adding a beach scene background for an advertisement using the same template format. Copy the editing prompt, drag and drop the base image, paste the editing prompt, hit submit. Here is the edited image with the beach scene background. This template is not just a suggestion, it's how you teach the AI exactly what to do and where to do it. Section 3. Changing style, mode, plus adding elements with different styles. Alright, section 3 is where we start having real fun. We are changing the mood and style of images and even mixing in cartoon characters or emoji style elements. This is perfect for creating memes, social posts or fun ad creatives, all while using Google's exact template. Example 1. Changing or modifying style. This changing style is a fun tool. We can make an ordinary image looks like a vintage photo or a sketch, again using the template. Let's take this image of a portrait of a young woman smiling, natural lighting. Let's modify this scene to have a soft pastel aesthetic with warm sunset tones. This is a game changer if you want consistent style across your projects. Example 2. Adding elements with different styles. Here's the example I am going to show you live next. We have this classic car photo parked in front of a plain brick wall, and I want to add a cheerful cartoon character leaning on the car with a speech bubble saying Sunday drive vibes. Here is the prompt that I am going to use. Notice how this matches the template. We identify the image, describe what to add and how it should blend into the scene with matching shadows and lighting. And here is the result. The cartoon character pops up the photo, but it looks naturally part of the scene. This is a fantastic way to add personality and humor to your visuals. Example 3. Seasonal mood changes. As a bonus, let's see how easy it is to change the mood or season of an entire photo. Something Photoshop pros have been doing for years, now achievable in one line of text. Here is the base image. A beautiful forest in neutral season. Let's modify to fall. Using the provided image of a lush forest, please modify the scene to represent autumn with warm oranges, red and yellow leaves and soft golden hour light. Here is the fall and the winter, spring, finally the summer. Four seasons from one photo. This is incredibly powerful if you create content year-round and need visuals that stay fresh. Section 4 is all about inpainting, which is a fancy way of saying you can add new elements directly into an existing photo while keeping the style and lighting perfectly matched. This is where AI feels like Photoshop but without layers or masking. You just tell it what to add and we will stick to Google's official template so it is crystal clear and easy to replicate. Remember, we use the exact wording Google's recommends. The template is this. This keeps things predictable and gives you consistent results. Let's try an example together. A simple plate with no food on it. Here is my base image, just a plain plate on a table. Now I'll use my edit prompt. Using the provided image of a plate, please place a stack of pancakes with syrup on it. Ensure the syrup looks glossy and realistic. Let's see what Gemini does. And just like that, we have a mouth-watering stack of pancakes. Notice how the syrup has realistic shine and shadowing. It looks like it was always part of the photo. That's the power of inpainting. Your image stays intact and the new element feels natural. I have included 5 base images and 5 matching edit prompts for you in the downloadable doc. Try adding a coffee cup, bookshelf decor, wall art, pancakes and even a rainbow to a blue sky. It's a perfect warm-up exercise for mastering inpainting. Adding new text or editing existing text. Alright, we made it to the last section, section 5. And this one is super fun because we get to work with text inside images. This is where you can add custom text to signs, billboards, mugs, notebooks, and it looks like it was part of the original photo. Perfect for creating social posts, ads or mockups. Same as before, we follow the Google's official prompt template. This is especially important here because text can look fake if we don't ask the model to integrate it naturally. Let's start with a blank billboard. Here is my prompt. Using the provided image of a blank billboard, please add bold text that reads "Learn AI prompts today." Ensure the text is large and realistic. And here is the results. A perfect high contrast billboard that looks like it belongs right on the street. Now let's try something curved, a plain mug. Here's my prompt. Using the provided image of a plain mug, please print the words Gemini Power. On the mug, ensure the text follows mug's curve. Look at that. The text wrapped naturally around the mug and the perspective feels real. This is the kind of detail that takes your mockups to the next level. You will find 5 base images and 5 matching edit prompts for this section in the downloadable doc, including the text for notebooks, t-shirts and store signs. Try personalizing them with your own praises. It's a great way to practice and see how well the model handles typography and perspective. That's the end of our second video tutorial on Google Nano Banana. Our next video on Nano Banana would be on multi-image composition and style transfer. So stay tuned, share the video, comment, like the video and more importantly subscribe to help me and for you to get alerts when I release the next video. I have shared all prompts required and even some base images in the Google Doc linked below. You can start right away the trials. Copy, remix, make them your own. Subscribe, drop your best renders in the comments and let's keep pushing what's possible with Nano Banana. Thank you very much for watching. We will meet soon with the next video. God bless.